Now, good morning to all of you. Next example 12.1. Show that the coefficient of areal expansion. What is the coefficient of areal expansion? Delta A by A into delta T of a rectangular sheet of a solid is twice its linear expansion, linear expansivity alpha L. Okay, what they can say that? They can say that show that. Okay, we have to show that is delta A by A into delta T, which is equal to, it is a twice to its linear expansion, 2 times to that of alpha L. Okay, means that is, this is the delta A by A into delta T. This is nothing but alpha A. Alpha A is equal to 2 times of alpha L. We have to show that. Okay, now for that purpose, to show this, for that purpose, consider this is a rectangular sheet. Okay, consider a rectangular sheet having length. Consider a rectangular sheet having a length L. Okay, and breadth B. Okay, length A and breadth B. Consider a rectangular sheet of a material having a length A and breadth C. Then its initial area. Which is equal to A1. Then its initial area A1 is equal to, area is nothing but length into breadth. Length is A and breadth is B. Therefore, its initial area is A1 or only A. Okay, its initial area is either A1 or we have to only A is equal to A into B. Okay, then when its temperature is changed, then when temperature is changed by, when temperature increased by delta T, when temperature is increased by delta T, its side A becomes, okay, when temperature is increased by delta T, then its side A becomes, okay, whatever its initial side is A, then this side A becomes A plus delta A. Okay, this side A becomes A plus delta A, means this is the delta A. Okay, its side become A plus delta A, and another side, that side B becomes B plus delta B. Okay, this side is increased by delta B. Okay, then this is the B, then this much is delta B. Okay, this much is delta B. Then after increasing its length, the final area A2 becomes, okay, its initial side is A, initial length is L and initial breadth is B. When temperature is increased by delta T, then its side A becomes A plus delta A and its side B becomes B plus delta B. Then the final area becomes A plus delta A into B plus delta B. Okay, A plus delta A and B plus delta B. Therefore, final area A2 is equal to, A plus delta A into B plus delta B. Taking multiplication, A into B, it is AB, plus A into delta AB, then delta B into B plus B into delta A, then delta A into delta B plus delta A into delta B. Now this is the final area of a rectangular sheet. Then the change in area, of a rectangular sheet, then its area will be changed. Delta A is equal to final area minus initial area. what is the final area? That is AB plus A into delta B plus B into delta A plus delta A into delta B minus initial area. What is it say? Initial area is AB minus initial area AB. This minus AB plus AB cancel, therefore change in area. Okay, then change in area, which is equal to, change in area is equal to A into delta B plus B into delta A plus delta A into delta B. Okay, change in area is A into delta B plus B into delta A plus delta A into delta B. Okay, here delta A and delta B are very small, therefore delta A into delta B is approaches to 0, therefore we have to neglect it. Okay, delta A is small, delta B is small, therefore its a value is approaches to 0, means its a value is nearly equal to 0, therefore we have to neglect that. Therefore delta A is equal to A into delta B plus B into delta A, then divide both side. What we have to find out? We have to find out that is delta A by A into delta T, which is equal to 2 times of alpha L. Means that is the areal expansion is 2 times to that of, the coefficient of areal expansion is 2 times to that of coefficient of linear expansion. Okay, here we have delta A is already, therefore delta A divided by A into delta T, divide A into delta T. Okay, divide both side by A into delta T, divide both sides by A into delta T, then divide this side A into delta B and other side is also A into delta, therefore delta A divided by A into delta T, which is equal to A into delta B plus B into delta A. Okay, this also divided by A into delta T, then this is nothing but, this is the left hand side, that is, and right hand side A into delta B divided by A into delta T plus B into delta A divided by A into delta T. Then what is the A? A is the area. A is either A1 or A. Okay, A1 is nothing but A, therefore A is equal to AB, therefore this is nothing but A into delta B divided by AB into delta T plus B into delta A divided by AB into delta T, then this A cancel, this B cancel, therefore delta A by A into delta T, which is equal to, therefore delta A by A into delta T, which is equal to, what is remaining? Delta B divided by B into delta T, delta B divided by B into delta T plus, what is the remaining? Delta A divided by A into delta T, delta A divided by A into delta T. Then we know that delta B divided by B into delta T, okay, this is nothing but linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion, plus delta A divided by A into delta B, this is nothing but coefficient of linear expansion, therefore delta A by A into delta T, which is equal to 2 times to that of coefficient of linear expansion. Okay, hence proved. Okay, hence proved. This is, we have to prove that, hence proved. Okay, or hence showed. Okay, hence we have to show that. What they can say? That show that this is the 2 times to that of coefficient of linear expansion, therefore we have to show that, we have to already showed. Now next example 12.2, a blacksmith fixes iron ring on a rim of a wooden wheel of bullock cart. The diameter of the rim and the iron ring are 5.243 and 5.231 meter respectively at 20 degree Celsius. To what temperature should the ring be heated as so as to fit the rim of the wheel. Okay, now what they can say that one ring is there and one wooden rim is there. Okay, now this is at 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, and ring having its a radius is 5.231 meter, 5.231 meter, and that rim having a radius is 5.243 meters. Now initially at 27 degrees Celsius, the ring having radius is 5.231 meters and rim having a radius 5.243 meters. Okay, now if you have heated that ring, means diameter means this total length. Okay, if you have heated that ring, what happen? Its diameter will be increases. If you have heated that ring initially at 27 degrees Celsius, its diameter is 5.231 meters. If you have heated that ring, its diameter will be increases. When its diameter will be increases, it can be equal to the diameter of the rim. Then and then only ring will be fitted. Inside that ring, the rim will be fitted fixed. Okay, see here, the initially the ring having a less diameter as compared to the ring. When you have heated that ring, its diameter will be increases. When its diameter equal to the diameter of the rim, then that ring will be fixed to that rim. Means inside that ring, the rim will be fixed. Okay, we have to fit that rim inside the ring. For that purpose, if you have heated that ring, the diameter of the ring is equal to the rim, then and then only that ring, means that rim fixed inside the ring. Means the initial temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. When you have to heated the ring, its temperature will be increases. Okay, and its temperature becomes a T2. When its temperature becomes a T2, its diameter of the ring is equal to the diameter of the ring. Okay, now consider initially the diameter of ring, we have to say L1, which is equal to 5.231 meter. Okay, initially the diameter of the ring is L1, which is equal to 5.231 meters. When and initial temperature T1, which is equal to 27 degree Celsius. Okay, initial length of that ring is 5.231 meter and initial temperature is 27 degree Celsius. Okay, when ring heated, the temperature becomes T2 and diameter of a ring equal to the diameter of a ring equal to the diameter of a rim. Okay, when we have to start to heat the ring, its diameter of a ring is equal to the diameter of the ring, and that diameter we have to say as a L2. Okay, diameter of the ring is equal to diameter of the rim, and that diameter is final diameter. Therefore, final diameter of a ring is D2, which is equal to the diameter of the rim. The final diameter of the ring is equal to diameter of the ring, which is equal to 5 point, that is L2. Okay, L2, which is equal to 5.243 meters. Okay, then initial diameter is L1, which is equal to 5.231 meters, and final diameter of that ring, which is equal to the diameter of the rim, which is a 5.243 meters. Okay, then as temperature changes, changes delta T, which is equal to final temperature minus initial temperature. As temperature changes, delta T is equal to final temperature T2 minus T1. Okay, the diameter changes or change in diameter of a ring, that is delta L, which is equal to L2 minus L1. Therefore delta L is equal to L2 is equal to how much? 5.243 minus initial diameter of the ring is 5.231 meter. 5.231 meter. This is nothing but 3 minus 1, 2, 4 minus 3, 1, 2 minus 2, 0, 5 minus 5, 0. Therefore the change in diameter of the ring is 0.012 meter. Now this is the change in diameter. Okay, then we know that for iron the coefficient of linear expansion is 1.20 into 10 to the power of minus 5, that is a per Kelvin. This is it given in a table. Okay, this is the given in a table in a book. Okay, in your textbook, the coefficient of linear expansion of iron is 1.20 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per Kelvin. This is given inside the table. Okay, then we know that the coefficient of linear expansion is given by alpha L, which is equal to delta L divided by L into delta T. Okay, alpha L, which is equal to delta L divided by L into delta T. Okay, L is nothing but initial length. Okay, L is nothing but L1. Therefore delta L divided by L1 into delta T. Either you have to write L or L1 into delta T. Therefore this is nothing but delta L divided by L1. What is the delta T? Delta T is nothing but final temperature minus initial temperature, T2 minus T1. Okay, then we know alpha L, delta L is also, you know, L1 means initial length is no, then final temperature we have to find out, and T1 we have to know. Means we have to find out the final temperature T2. For that purpose, taking cross multiplication, that is T2 minus T1, which is equal to delta L divided by L1 into alpha L. We have to find out T2. Therefore T2 is equal to, we have to shift that T1 to the right. Therefore T1 plus delta L divided by L1 into alpha L. Putting all that value, and we have to find out a final temperature. Therefore what is the T1? What is the initial temperature? T1 is 27 degrees Celsius. Therefore 27 degrees Celsius plus delta L is 0.012 meter divided by L1. Initial length L1 is 5.231 into, that is alpha L. What is the alpha L? 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 5. When the 10 to the power of minus 5 go to the numerator, it is become 10 to the power of plus 5. Therefore 27 degrees Celsius plus 0.012 into 10 to the power of 5 divided by 5.231 into 1.2. 5.231 into 1.2. Wait a minute. 5.231 into 1.2. It is become 6.2772. That is 6.2772. That 10 to the power of 5 minus 5 go to the numerator, it is become 10 to the power of plus 5. then this is equal to 27 degrees Celsius plus 0.012 into 10 to the power of 5. 10 to the power of 5 means the decimal is shift 5 place to the right, then it is become 1200 divided by 6.2772. Then this is nothing but 27 degrees Celsius plus 1200 divided by 6.2772. It is become approximately 191 degrees Celsius. Then 27 degrees Celsius plus 191 degrees Celsius, then it becomes, that is 27 degrees Celsius plus 191 degrees Celsius, then it becomes 218 degree Celsius. Therefore, the final temperature of the ring is 218 degree Celsius. Okay, means if you have heated the ring up to, at a temperature of 280 degree Celsius, when the temperature of the iron ring becomes 218 degrees Celsius, then that iron ring will be fixed to that of wooden ring. Okay, this is the example 12.2.